Hello and welcome to the first in the few series of quick looks at Aion, NCSoft's massively multiplayer game. Now, first off, I'd just like to start off by saying the game looks absolutely amazing. Now, I'm running it on a pretty average spec PC. It's about 3 years old now, and the game just runs ridiculously smooth, and it's on medium to high settings. It looks really good. So if you're worried about your PC not being able to run the game, then just give it a shot if you can, because they've really done a fantastic job with the Crytek engine. Now let's get into the game. As you can see, you've got pretty much your standard MMO interface. You've got your health bars at the bottom, skill bars at the bottom, mini-map at the bottom right, and top right you've got your quest tracker. First off, I'll have a look at the inventory. It's pretty standard. Yeah, they use what's called a cube. Now I'm new to the game. I played very briefly in the beta, and so I don't know for sure on this, but it looks like you're going to be able to get quite a few cubes. And basically you go to a cube vendor and they can expand it for you, for a cost of course. Yeah, so as you can see, the environment is completely dynamic. It'll rain, it'll go dark, it'll go night, it's full day-night cycle and everything. So the big first thing about Aion is of course the fact that you can fly. Now I've just hit level 10, so I've made an assassin, and I'm going to show you flying in action. I mean, if that is not cool, I don't know what is. You have a limited flight time. You can see at the bottom right there, there's a toggle. It starts off at about a minute and depletes. I don't know if you can expand that time. I think you possibly can later on. And basically, you use it to travel, but you can also use combat in flight, which is pretty cool for like rangers and everything. I haven't had a chance to use it myself. So if I drop out of the sky, we'll have a look at combat. And basically, if you've played WoW, you know how to play Aion. They are very similar in their basics. From this giant crab following me. Yeah, so if you've played WoW, you know what to expect from the combat. But that's not a bad thing necessarily. It's good because you can. If you've played most other MMOs, you'll be familiar with it. So, go to the enemy and start clicking your skills. All of the animations are really cool. All typical of an Asian style MMO, over the top, flashy colours, and some of the spells effects look really awesome too. Obviously, being an assassin, which is a rogue type character, I can't show that to you. Now, one of the cool things that Aion does is it actually has a skill chain system. So if you see at the bottom, my number one skill is Swift Edge. What you do is, if you initiate that, you can then initiate a second skill. You do your Swift Edge, and then it flashes up there on the side, and then you do your other skill. I think I missed it there. There. And then that's a dodge evasion move which stuns, and then you can do a backstab. And then looting an enemy, as you'd expect. The quest givers always have a little blue arrow above them. If they have a gold arrow, it means they're from a main story quest. Now, one of the cool things that Aion does is it has quite a heavy story-centric gameplay to what you would expect from MMOs. Now if we look at the quest log, you have your campaign and your standard quests. Your standard quests are as you'd expect: meet certain people, bring them certain things, you know, everything you're used to in an MMO. But your campaign quests, now these will span through your different levels, as you can see, they're going up there. And they're more story quests, which will actually, they'll actually often do cutscenes, which is pretty cool. You'll see like epic fight scenes and different things with your character all involved in the cutscenes, which is something which I've never really seen in an MMO before. You know, it's not major. I'm pretty sure you can skip them if you want to, but they're there, and it's a cool aspect to have in an MMO. And this is one of the quest givers for the main story, or my main story rather. Here's an example of a cutscene. I'll let you watch this.
There have been a lot of fragments coming out of the Abyss Gate. I need someone to take care of them, and soon.
Obviously, a pretty short one there. Some of them are a lot longer. Main turning points in the game's story, like such as when you hit level 10, when you get your wings and you pick which class you want to specialise in, and at that point you'll get a cool battle scene, and you have to relive some of your past and stuff like that. It's a cool experience. So for this quest I have to remove the floating abyss fragments. See, I'm completely new to this part of Aion. I played very briefly in the beta, so everything I'm playing now is my first time as well. So I'm guessing I have to fly up to these. So as you can see here, here's some of the in-flight combat. If you've always seen those Japanese films where they seem to jump in the air and be able to fight, well, now you can do it. It really is a pretty unique aspect to an MMO. I mean, you've been able to fly from different things before, but since when have you got wings? The world in Aion is just amazing. The art style and everything is just really well done. It's just a really interesting world to explore. That carries across in the music as well, which is actually absolutely awesome if you can hear it in the background. It's pretty chilled out, but it's all really appropriate. It's exactly what you'd expect from that style of from the style of game. So now I have to go back down to the ground. Last minute wings, can't beat it. As you can see, like pretty much everyone's name in white here is a player. At the moment it's in the head start, so the game hasn't officially launched until the 25th in Europe of September. But everyone's been rushing into the head start, and everyone's been pretty positive so far, including myself. I mean, if you're looking for an MMO which is really going to revolutionise the genre, then this isn't going to be it. If you enjoy MMOs as they are currently, and a lot of WoW, I know many people are, including myself, and just want the same kind of feeling you got from WoW, but in a different, some new twists and in a different environment, then look no further.